Perpetuation of life. Plant and animal reproduction. Reproduction in plants. Plant reproduction is the process by which plants generate new individuals, or offspring. Reproduction is either sexual or asexual. Sexual reproduction is the formation of offspring by the fusion of gametes. Asexual reproduction is the formation of offspring without the fusion of gametes. Sexual reproduction results in offspring genetically different from the parents. Sexual reproduction in angiosperms, ovule formation. The flower produces two kinds of gametophytes, male and female. The female gametophyte arises from a cell within the ovule, a small structure within the ovary of the flower. The ovary is a larger structure within the flower that contains and protects usually many ovules. Flowering plants are unique in that their ovules are entirely enclosed in the ovary. The ovary itself is part of a larger structure called the carpel, which consists of the stigma, style, and ovary. Each ovule is attached to ovary tissue by a stalk called the funicle. The point of attachment of the funicle to the ovary is called pollination and pollinators. Pollination is the movement of pollen from the stamens to the stigma, where germination and growth of the pollen tube occur. Most of all flowering plant species are hermaphroditic, and thus an individual can be pollinated by its own pollen or by pollen from another individual. Seed produced through self-pollination is often inferior in growth, survival, and fecundity to seed produced throughout cross-pollination. As a result, in most species there is strong natural selection to maximize the proportion of outcrossed seed. Asexual reproduction. The ability to produce new individuals asexually is common in plants. Under experimental conditions, nearly every cell of a flowering plant is capable of regenerating the entire plant. In nature, new plants may be regenerated from leaves, stems, or roots that receive an appropriate stimulus and become separated from the parent plant. In most cases, these new plants arise from undifferentiated parenchyma cells, which develop into buds that produce roots and shoots before or after separating from the parent.